Hi, today we'll talk about policy support for MSMEs. In this session, we will see how we have defined MSMEs, their significance, the problems faced by them, institutional arrangements to solve policy problems concerning them, and present challenges being faced by them. Micro, small and medium enterprises, whom we call MSME sector, has emerged as a highly vibrant and dynamic sector of the Indian economy over the last 5 decades. MSMEs not only play a crucial role in providing large employment opportunities at comparatively lower capital cost than large industries, but also help in industrialization of rural and backward areas, thereby reducing regional imbalances and assuring more equitable distribution of national income and wealth. MSMEs are complementary to large industries as ancillary units, and this sector contributes enormously to the socio-economic development of the country. Their significance can be assessed from the fact that there are 55.8 million enterprises in various industries, employing close to 124 million people. Of these, nearly 14% are women-led enterprises and close to 59.5% are based in rural areas. Estimates indicate that the manufacturing sector accounts for an estimated 20% of all enterprises in the sector, while the services sector at 79%. In all, the MSME sector accounts for 31% of India's GDP and 45% of exports. The definition of the MSMEs has recently been changed through amendment of the Act. Now an enterprise is a micro enterprise where the investment in plant and machinery or equipment does not exceed 1 crore rupees and turnover does not exceed 5 crore rupees. The same figures for this following the same criteria for small enterprises are not exceeding 10 crore rupees and turnover not exceeding 50 crore rupees. And that for a medium enterprise, the cost of equipment and plant or machinery does not exceed 50 crore rupees and turnover not 250 crore rupees. One of the problems is that large number of micro enterprises, almost 85% of them are not registered, and in fact almost 95% fall in the category of micro enterprises. One more interesting fact is that almost 94% of these MSMEs are in the proprietorship mode. It is important to see the institutional arrangements for the sector. On 9th May 2007, erstwhile Ministry of Small Scale Industries and the Ministry of Agro and Rural Industries were merged to form the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. This ministry now designs policies and promotes, facilitates programs, projects and schemes and monitors their implementation with a view to assisting MSMEs and help them to scale up. However, the primary responsibility of promotion and development of MSMEs is of the state governments. The Government of India supplements the efforts of the state governments through various initiatives. It assists the states in their efforts to encourage entrepreneurship, employment and livelihood opportunities and enhance the competitiveness of MSMEs in the changed economic scenario. The scheme or programs undertaken by the ministry and its organizations seek to facilitate or provide adequate flow of credit from financial institutions or banks, support for technology upgradation and modernization, integrated infrastructural facilities, modern testing facilities and quality certification, access to modern management practices, entrepreneurship development and skill upgradation through appropriate training facilities, support for product development, design intervention and packaging, welfare of artisans and workers, assistance for better access to domestic and export markets, and cluster wise measures to promote capacity building and empowerment of the units and their collectives. There are three main pillars of the enabling environment, that is legal and regulatory framework, government support and financial infrastructure support. The MSME Act was notified in 2006 to address policy issues affecting MSMEs as well as the coverage and investment ceiling of the sector. The Act seeks to facilitate the development of these enterprises as also enhance their competitiveness. The Act provides for a statutory consultative mechanism at the national level with balanced representation of all sections of stakeholders, particularly the three classes of enterprises, and with a wide range of advisory functions. It has also established specific funds for the promotion, development and enhancing competitiveness of these enterprises. It has notified schemes and programs for this purpose, progressive credit policies and practices, preference in government procurements to products and services of the MSMEs, more effective mechanisms for mitigating the problems of delayed payments to them, and assurance of a scheme for easing the closure of business by these enterprises. MSMEs have important role to play in various multi-stakeholder programs like Make in India, Startup India, etc. However, the biggest challenge that MSMEs face is lack of adequate and timely access to finance. Financial institutions have limited their exposure to this sector because of a small ticket size of loans, higher cost of servicing this segment, and limited ability of MSMEs to provide immovable collateral. The overall demand for both debt and equity finance by MSMEs is estimated to be almost 1.4 trillion US dollars. Of the overall debt demand of US 1.1 trillion dollar, a major part is from the informal sources. Formal sources cater to only 16%, approximately 168 billion dollar US dollar of the total MSME debt financing. Their other challenges are legal compliances, competitiveness, access to technology, delayed payments, etc. But COVID-19 has impacted the SMEs as well. A survey conducted by Endurance International Group Mini in June 2020 showed that MSMEs have temporarily shut their businesses due to the impact of COVID-19 crisis. Nearly 60% of MSMEs surveyed believe that it will take up to 6 months for business to return to normal. More than 50% of MSMEs expected the government to offer tax discounts or exemptions, followed by 36% of MSMEs asking for loans at zero interest or cheaper rates. More than 50% of the MSMEs surveyed embraced video conferencing tools and WhatsApp to keep business running during these turbulent times. While the government has taken several initiatives to provide support to MSMEs, we are still in the grip of the virus. The impact of the measures would be visible only after a while, but this is too important a sector for the economy that cannot be neglected. Thank you.